UFC 294 is coming up this weekend, and guys, I cannot wait for this fight. I love talking about this fight. If you follow the channel, I've made lots of videos talking about this topic. So guys, hear me out because I want to talk about the potential game plans for both fighters. How can Volkanovski beat Islam, and how can Islam beat Volkanovski? I'd love for you to hear me out, and then drop down below anything that you think that they need to do, of course, to win this fight. Guys, we're going to talk about that in just a second. Before we do, though, I do want to say hello, everybody, and welcome back to another video. If you are new here, my name is Kyle. I'm your guy with too many YouTube channels. Let's talk about UFC 294. So guys, long story short, I really need to get this off my chest because, you know, sometimes the MMA community can be a little ruthless, right? I understand. I am just a guy sitting behind a microphone. I shouldn't be telling Alexander Volkanovski or Islam Makhachev how to win their fight, but just as a big fan, as somebody who's done MMA for the majority of my life, I think that I could have a fun take to come about it, especially when it comes to Islam Makhachev, because it's a little tough for Alexander Volkanovski's situation, because I'll start with him. And the reason why it's tough for Alexander Volkanovski is because he's coming either hand surgery, arm surgery, whatever it was. He's coming off of surgery. He hasn't been working out nearly as much. He's going to be smaller here. His cardio is probably not going to be as good. He is at the biggest disadvantage ever in this fight. So it's really tough to come up with a solid game plan, because I believe that in the first fight, Alexander Volkanovski had the best game plan to go about it, right? It was perfect almost. He just needed to do it like a little bit better. So now Alexander Volkanovski is talking about, hey, I need to get him out there. I need to finish him in the first round. But can he finish Islam Makhachev? I don't even know if that's a game plan he should be going about. But if he's talking about finishing Islam Makhachev, then maybe he really isn't ready. Because how many times have we seen Alexander Volkanovski finish people really early in a fight? The question is he capable, or is he just being patient, executing game plans? I don't really know. So in theory, it makes sense. Like, okay, let's storm Islam Makhachev. Let's overwhelm him. My cardio is limited at this time. Maybe the best shot for Volkanovski would be to actually just kind of like go guns blazing, make the fight dirty really quickly, because Islam is, of course, ready for 5 rounds. That's why it's a really tough conversation to have, because I can't see Alexander Volkanovski, like, if I were to say, hey, do what you did the first time, do it, like, keep your distance, surprise him with the wrestling, do everything that you can, explode at him to get out of those, but I don't believe that's a feasible option for him right now. Maybe the best game plan is to try to finish him, but I don't think he can. Then again, he's proved me wrong in the past, so I think the game plan for Volkanovski should be to get in his face, make the fight dirtier than what it was, but then again, Makhachev's an excellent counter-striker. That's why it's so tough. And this is why I'd love to hear from you guys in the comment section down below how you think Alexander Volkanovski should approach this fight. But Islam Makhachev, what should he be doing? Honestly, I think Makhachev should slow the pace down at the beginning and kind of like overwhelm Alexander Volkanovski. It's very evident that he is not coming in 100%, right? Maybe Islam Makhachev should make this fight as grueling as possible at the beginning. Like, immediately shoot for a takedown. Don't dance around with him on the feet. Don't let him box. Don't let him have an opportunity to try and finish you. I believe Islam Makhachev should take advantage of that potential hole that is in Alexander Volkanovski's game right now. Smother him immediately. Constantly work for takedowns. Constantly make him try to explode like he did the first time to get out of your takedowns, to get up from the ground. He can only do that so many times. It'll probably be limited. So I believe Islam Makhachev, while he is an excellent striker and he probably will be sharper than Alexander Volkanovski, I think that he should not, because the only way that I can see Alexander Volkanovski really having a chance right now is to go and make the fight dirty. Fight starts, shoot for a takedown Khabib style, and just constantly go relentless mode about it. Hold on to him as long as you can. Constantly make him use all of his might to get back up, and he might be able to do it. He might be able to do it for the entire first round, but you know that Islam Makhachev will be better prepared for this fight, and he will be able to last the 5 rounds, unlike what happened the first time with Alexander Volkanovski. So I believe Alexander Volkanovski needs to come in, make this fight as dirty as possible, and Islam Makhachev should be utilizing the sambo, utilizing the wrestling, and keep it away from on the feet. If you want to keep it on the feet once you see Volkanovski slowing down a little bit, I think that would be great if you'd like to finish him kind of similarly how you did to finish Charles Oliveira in that fight. So guys, that is what, in my opinion, each fighter should be doing in preparation for this fight, or with the game plan going into the octagon. Please let me know what you think down below, because I think this would be an interesting conversation, particularly for Alexander Volkanovski. How do you think he can win this fight? Let me know what you think down below, guys. And thank you so much for watching this video on the screen right now. If you'd like to continue watching the Clenbat channel, there'll be 2 videos on screen for you to check out. I will see you either there or in the next video, guys. Take care.